All right, let's dive into budget-friendly accommodations in Hong Kong. We're talking about service departments, basically, a home away from home without the crazy prices Hong Kong is known for.
Right.
You sent over an article, discover the best cheap service departments in Hong Kong for budget travelers, and wow, it's pretty incredible.
Yeah, it's a great resource. And what's cool about service departments is you get more than just a bed. You get like a kitchen, laundry dot sometimes, even workspaces or areas to hang out. It's a good alternative to hotels, especially for like longer stays.
Yeah, totally. Okay, so let's jump into it. The first one that caught my eye was Apple Dorm. This seems like for the more adventurous, budget-conscious traveler.
Yeah, for sure. Apple Dorm is all about like maximizing value. Around HK $3,500 per month gets you a tiny room. We're talking 3 to 5 square meters.
Wow, that's tiny.
Yeah, but the trade-off is the location. You're
Yeah.
right in Sham Shui Po or Sai Ying Kun, both areas known for like their local vibes and easy access to transport.
So basically, you're trading space for a more immersive experience,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
It seems like a great base camp for exploring the city.
Exactly. Plus, they have the basics like free Wi-Fi, a shared pantry, and laundry facilities. Now, if you want a little bit more personal space, in might be more your style.
In, that sounds cozy.
Yeah.
So how does in compare to the base camp vibe of Apple Dorm?
It's all about move-in ready convenience. They have studios ranging from 9 to 13 square meters, starting at HK $6,200 per month, so you get more space to breathe. And they're in Jordan, very close to the Sim Shat Sui area.
So it's still very central and convenient.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What kind of traveler do you think would enjoy in?
Someone who likes minimalist living, but still values a bit of privacy and comfort. They have free Wi-Fi, HETV, local calls, and even a shared microwave and fridge. Great for solo travelers or couples who want, just a hassle-free stay.
Yeah. Sounds like a perfect setup for like a digital nomad or someone on a, short-term work assignment. Okay. City Loft is next. These sound a bit more upscale, right?
Yeah, I would say so. City Loft is for people who really value privacy and a good location. They have studios in some of the best areas on Hong Kong Island, like Central, Sheung Wan, Sai Ying Pun, Causeway Bay.
Those are some great spots.
Yeah.
But with those locations, I'm guessing the price goes up a bit.
Yeah, you're looking at around HK $8,000 a month. But each studio has a private bathroom and a compact kitchen, so it feels like you're living on your own.
Makes sense. So if someone wants to like live in Hong Kong like a local in a really cool neighborhood, City Loft seems like a solid option.
For sure.
Now, Weave Living, this one is interesting. The article mentions co-living, which seems very different.
Yeah. Weave Living is unique. It's designed for people who want both private space and a sense of community. They do offer private units, but what's really cool is they have over 3,000 square feet of shared space.
Wait, 3,000 square feet of shared space?
Yeah.
Wow. What does that include?
Well, think shared kitchens, big living rooms, workspaces, perfect for digital nomads, even a rooftop terrace. They're all about making connections and creating a fun social atmosphere.
So it's like you choose your own adventure, right? You can be on your own when you want, but also have the chance to like mingle and meet people.
Yeah.
I could see that being really appealing for solo travelers or, people new to the city.
Absolutely. It's a good way to, not feel lonely and maybe make some friends. If you want even more space without, spending a fortune, the Harmonium might be a good fit.
Okay, the Harmonium, spaciousness on a budget. I like it. Tell me more.
They have studios that are surprisingly spacious, especially for Hong Kong and for the price. It's about HK $9,500 per month for a studio with a fully equipped kitchen. And bonus, they include weekly cleaning.
Okay, so more space, a fully equipped kitchen, and I don't have to clean. Sign me up.
Well, hold on. We've only just started. The article you shared lists a bunch of other options, each with its own cool features.
Yeah, I'm looking at the list now. It's pretty impressive. We've got everything from convenient options like CHI residences to more family-friendly places like Le Méridien Hong Kong Cyberport, which apparently has amazing views. And wait, the Stanley Oriental right by the beach? That sounds incredible.
Yeah, it really is.
It's amazing how many different kinds of places there are to stay in Hong Kong.
It is.
There are options for families like Crown Plaza, Hong Kong Kowloon East, budget-friendly choices like Butterfly Hotels and Yes and Space, and even companies like Move and Stay that specialize in flexible rentals, you can pretty much find a place in any neighborhood you want, no matter your budget or how you like to travel. And then, of course, there's Airbnb, which opens up even more possibilities. Plus, there's some really cool boutique hotels on this list, like the Pod, Avalo Hotels, and the Lux Manor. And for those who, want to splurge, there are iconic places like the Salisbury, the Royal Garden, the Ritz-Carlton. Even the Peninsula is on here.
Wow. Looks like Hong Kong really does have something for everyone.
It does. From backpackers to, luxury travels, it's all about knowing where to look and what you're looking for. This deep dive is already blowing my mind. It's crazy how much we've learned just by, skimming this article. We found so many places I never even knew existed.
It just goes to show that even in a city as expensive as Hong Kong, you can find amazing places to stay for any budget. It's all about doing your research and being open to different possibilities.
I mean, it's so cool to think about, living like a local in one of these neighborhoods, exploring the streets, finding those hole-in-the-wall food spots. It just seems so much more authentic than staying in some, generic hotel.
Yeah, that's the beauty of service departments. They often put you right where the action is so you can really experience the city's personality.
For sure. And speaking of personality, the article also mentions the Harbor View in Wan Chai. Always love a hotel with a view. I've heard Wan Chai is a little more historic and less touristy than some of the other places we've talked about.
It is. Wan Chai has a really interesting history. It used to be a red light district, actually. But it's changed a lot over the years. Now it's this mix of old and new with temples and markets, but also trendy art galleries.
Oh, wow. That sounds like my kind of place. Okay, so we've talked about a lot of specific places, but maybe we should zoom out for a second. What are some key takeaways for our listeners when it comes to actually finding a good budget-friendly serviced apartment in Hong Kong?
Well, I think the first thing is to really think about what's important to you. What are your must-haves? Is it all about the location? Or is budget the most important thing? Do you need a ton of space? Or are you okay with something smaller? What about amenities? Do you want a gym, a pool, or maybe co-working spaces?
Yeah, there are definitely trade-offs, right? You might have to give up some space to be in a better location or maybe skip some amenities to save money.
Exactly. It's kind of like putting together a puzzle. You got to figure out which pieces are most important to you.
The article also mentions booking early, especially if you're going during peak season.
Yeah, that's super important. Hong Kong is a popular destination, and serviced apartments, especially the cheaper ones, they fill up fast. So if you know when you're going, start looking early.
And speaking of tips, the article also says to check for promotions and deals, always a good way to save money.
For sure. A lot of places offer discounts for longer stays or for booking directly through their website. And sometimes you can even find packages that include things like airport transfers or breakfast.
Oh, that's a good tip. I always forget to look for those. Another thing the article talks about is reading reviews.
Yeah, reviews can be so helpful. It's like getting advice from a friend who's already stayed there. You can find out about the cleanliness, the overall vibe, how helpful the staff are, and, any weird things you might want to know about.
Right, it's like having your own personal scouting team. Okay, I think we've given our listeners a pretty good toolkit for finding their ideal temporary home in Hong Kong. But before we wrap up, there's something I wanted to mention that I found really inspiring about this whole, deep dive.
Oh,
Well, it's just this reminder that you can have an amazing trip without spending a ton of money. We get so caught up in this idea that, luxury equals a better experience, but this article proves that just isn't true.
yeah, I agree. Some of the best travel memories come from those unexpected discoveries, those moments of connection when you're out of your comfort zone, exploring a new place and being open to new things.
And those experiences can be just as good, if not better, when you're traveling on a budget. It makes you be more resourceful, more creative, and more open to connecting with locals and, really experiencing the culture.
Absolutely. There's something really satisfying about finding those hidden gems, like the local restaurants that aren't in any guidebook, or those bustling markets where you can haggle for souvenirs. It's all part of the adventure.
Yeah, I think what we're saying is it's not about how much you spend, it's about how you approach it. If you're open to adventure, willing to learn, and okay with the unexpected, you can have an amazing time in Hong Kong, no matter your budget.
Yeah, well said. It's about shifting your focus from material things to experiences that really matter.
So as we finish up this part of our deep dive, I want to leave our listeners with a little challenge.
Ooh, a challenge. I like it.
I challenge you to think beyond the typical touristy stuff and really explore the heart of Hong Kong. Imagine yourself living like a local in one of these neighborhoods, walking the streets, trying new foods, and soaking up that unique energy that makes Hong Kong so special.
Yeah, what a great invitation. It's a good reminder that travel isn't just about checking things off a list. It's about connecting with a place on a deeper level, immersing yourself in the culture, and making memories that will last.
And I truly believe that Hong Kong has something for everyone, no matter how much money you have. Use this deep dive as a starting point and let your curiosity be your guide.
Remember, the best adventures often happen when you go off the beaten path. So be bold, be curious, and most importantly, have fun. Now, I know we've given you a lot of information, but don't feel overwhelmed. This deep dive is just a starting point, not the whole journey.
It's like think of it as your treasure map, to budget-friendly accommodations in Hong Kong.
Exactly. We've pointed out some key spots, given you the tools.
Right, now it's your turn to explore.
Yep, time to fire up those search engines.
Yeah, and really dig into the neighborhoods that sound interesting to you.
And don't be afraid to, go off the beaten path a little.
Yeah, you might find some amazing place that we didn't even talk
Oh,
about.
for sure. Hong Kong is full of surprises.
And remember, this whole deep dive started with that article you shared.
Right, but it's just the beginning.
Yeah, use the things we talked about.
The tips and all.
And most importantly, your own sense of adventure.
To really create your perfect Hong Kong trip.
Yeah, whether you're a foodie who wants to try all the dim sum,
Or a history buff who wants to see all the temple.
or an art lover looking for the coolest galleries.
Hong Kong has it all.
And with a little planning and an open mind.
You can experience it all without, spending a fortune.
So go ahead, book that flight, pack your bags, and get ready for an amazing adventure in Hong Kong. And that's it for our Hong Kong deep dive. We hope you're feeling inspired and ready to plan your next trip.
Safe travels, and remember, the best trips are the ones you make yourself.